Hey guys, we're here at NAB 2023. We're here at the Axibo booth, and they might have a way to get robotics into every filmmaker's hands. Stay tuned.
DIY Photography's coverage of NAB 2023 is sponsored by Sennheiser, Zhiyun, Smallrig, and B&H.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're here with Anoop, who's the CEO of Axibo, and I gotta tell you, I saw this from a little distance, democratizing cinematic robots. Tell me more.
Yeah, man. So we started the company about 1.5 years ago. 3 founders. We had a strong background in autonomous systems and a variety of robotic applications. And what we were seeing a lot was that there was a lot of cool applications of these robotic systems, particularly around virtual production and motion capture and a variety of things, but all very, very expensive, right? And so we wanted to see if we could apply our skill sets in this use case. And so we started off with a pan-tilt slider, which obviously you have seen before tons and tons of times. The things that we did different was we brought all of our experience around intelligent systems from that experience in autonomous vehicles and autonomous robotics and brought it over to the cinema robotics industry with a very, very strong focus on cost, right? And so we do that on a variety of fronts, right? So I hope that answers that.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? I've seen a lot of sliders. I've seen a lot of pan-tilt sliders.
Sure.
But here we're doing something a little bit extra. What exactly is it doing? How does it work?
Cool. So one of the things that we saw that a lot of people were interested in was virtual production. But virtual production is very, very expensive, right? The idea is to empower the creators, but really it's only empowering the creators with a lot of money.
Those who can afford it.
Exactly, right? So a stage is going to be $200,000. A motion tracking system is going to be another $50,000. And then you still need a cluster of GPUs to run the thing, right? And now, so there's reasons for that, but we wanted to see, could we bring a solution like that to market on a tabletop level setup much, much cheaper, right? And so what we've done here is use the robotic system as the motion capture device, and then also create plugins for Unreal Engine so that the robot, as it's moving around the pan-tilt slider, it sends its data to Unreal Engine, our custom plugin. That data is then used to render a virtual camera, which can then be displayed using a low-cost, very cheap TV, right? Like we just went to Walmart and grabbed this right before the show.
Right, and I mean, I know how the Unreal works. I know how it works in like a proper stage, but how does the camera know where it is on the slider?
No, good question. So we have high precision encoders on board. So first what we do is we're sending commands telling it, hey, we need you to do this move, right? Typical of motion control devices. We think we do it the best in terms of smoothness and a bunch of things, but traditional, you've seen that a lot. Then what we do is we constantly pull that data, right? We constantly get, I told you to go here, where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? We stream that at 1,000 hertz, and then that data goes into Unreal Engine, and the virtual camera moves in sync with the real camera.
Where would the virtual camera be found on this system?
So the virtual camera is exactly where the physical camera is, and then there is some settings that let you tune that in the plugin so that you can align it perfectly to the virtual background, right? Because you want to set the depth and how far you are, right? The other area, right? So when we spend a lot of time thinking about this, where do all the costs of virtual production come from? The first area is the LED wall or the green screen. So for us, that's, anybody can just use a TV for these tabletop setups.
And most people have a TV at home.
Most people have a TV at home. If not, they're very cheap now. Very, very cheap, right?
Go out and get one.
Go out and get one. And then the second area is the motion capture, right? How the camera is moving. We do that with our robot. Finally, it's the idea of you need very expensive and big computers, right? The way we tackle that problem is by providing another custom plugin for Unreal Engine that lets you pre-render scenes. What that means is you can take 15 minutes to render a scene that gets turned into a video. You send that video to our app, which is a web-based app that the system hosts, and now it's a video that's in sync with the robotic system.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, let's say you solve the problem of the movement, let's say you solve the problem of the TV, all of that's fine, but how do you end up rendering it? And you just told me you basically pre-render it, and then it syncs with the video and the TV?
Exactly. So, customers have that option, right? So a lot of people, they might have good enough computers at home with good enough graphics to run it in real time, and then they can get that experience of, as they move it with their joystick, it's also moving in real time. But a lot of people don't, right? And in those scenarios, you can pre-render the scene ahead of time. You can visualize it in ultra low, low quality, and then pre-render the final shot. Now, and then that final shot is played as a video, right?
So really, any computer, it's just just a question of how long does it take to render it. But after that, same as any other computer?
Yeah, and we've been doing experiments with using the MacBook or the M1 chips, and they're not really known for running.
They're not good for Unreal usually.
Yeah, and we've been able to get the same results you see here using those computers, right?
Cool. And so this software, this is your software. Is there a cost to it?
No, everything is all enclosed in that cost of under $3,000. And the software, there's a lot more to it. Today we're talking about the virtual production side. There is a dedicated computer on board, very similar to a cell phone. So if this is the body, this device is the brain, right? And this has, it's networkable. You can connect it to any network, control it remotely. But also it has a dedicated NPU, which is a chip for doing any AI-related activity, right? So it can...
For those who don't know, what does NPU stand for?
Neural Network Processing Unit, right? A lot of people don't know, so that's okay. But yeah, so now you can do things like detect where people are, detect their poses, and then track them and reframe them. That's another part of our software suite, and all of that is included in the price of the system, right? We're not doing anything about subscriptions or licensing and things like that. Everything is included in that one core cost of the robotic system.
Well, I gotta say, it really does sound like you're democratizing robotics for us. I really appreciate that myself. I love the idea. Can you tell me a little bit more about price and availability? When can we get our hands on some of these?
Yeah, it's available right now. It's on our website, Axibo.com. I think after NAB we'll do a little bit of a discount. And just because there's been a lot of interest and we have some capacity to do that. And yeah, they're available. You can go online and purchase them.
Thank you so much, Anoop. Guys, this has been amazing. It's one of the coolest things we've seen here at NAB 2023. Please stick around. We're going to be touring the floor for some more content. I'm Adam Frimmer from DIYPhotography.net. Stay tuned.